Hello, YouTube. This is the Galley La Podcast, and today we are going to be reviewing One Piece Manga Chapters 1130 to 1131. So first, we'll start off with the Accursed Prince. I am Akainu Fanboy. The other guy, Geboss. Please like and subscribe if you have not, and leave a comment below. Share your thoughts on these chapters, your theories, and all that good stuff. So, we have Frankie giving a good pep talk to the Warriors here, telling them what's what. And we get to see the other half of the Straw Hats basically with Frankie, Robin, Brooke, and Jinbei over here. So
yeah, and
pretty cool.
Later on in the chapter, it makes sense why the first six were taken away.
Yeah,
but I don't know. I did find it kind of weird because we saw like the whole thing where they went through the slumbering mists and Rodo's Raven came and picked up the Sunny and everything, but they were attached to like an Elbaf ship, so I don't know, it just seems a little not convoluted, but I don't know, there could have been another way they got separated.
Sure.
But
we
got our first glimpse of Elbaf.
Right.
Yeah.
Our first glimpse of Elbaf, and I really like the scenery and the feel of it. I think it's all pretty cool. I get some really good vibes from the whole thing, and a good sense of adventure, mystique, and danger. And I like the fits of the Straw Hats here and everything. I think it's really cool. And it's cool to just kind of see cover art characters play more of a bigger role, like Huriden's crew, basically. You've seen some characterization with them and everything, so I thought that's pretty cool too.
Yeah, we get to see it because I guess you didn't remember, you skipped over when they were introduced on the cover stories, but yeah, I remember these ones. In fact, I think Gerd was in Big Mom's flashback as a little girl.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah,
interesting.
So yeah, once again, another connection to Big Mom. She's gonna be coming back. My Nobara Cope from JJK has transferred over to One Piece. I'm manifesting it.
No.
But
so, speaking of imagination, so they think it's an imagination what they hear right there,
Yeah.
So, and nobody's there. No Big Mom too. And so I don't know. I just really like the shot a lot of the bridge though, like how small they are and everything, and you see the beast over there. I don't know. I think it's just a really cool little shot. And I don't know. It kind of just feels like One Piece again. I was kind of scared that the quality is going to drop off a little bit because Egghead was just such a phenomenal arc. But right now, I'm really liking this arc a lot right now. Find it particularly interesting. And I have a weird sensation that I think a Rouge is going to pop up at some point.
I mean, to be fair, he's the only supernova that we haven't interacted with.
Yeah, we've been getting them usually every single island in the New World so far. And he can make himself bigger, and he's kind of from a heavily area and stuff, and it kind of makes a little bit of sense, some of the themes we see here. So I think it's kind of a possibility for sure.
Yeah, I think so too. But I mean, what role would he play in this? Because I mean, next chapter we get to see kind of what I think is going to be a big source of contention or conflict in for the arc, but we'll get to it when we get to it.
Yeah, he's gonna one shot Loki.
Yeah.
A Rouge.
Mad D Monk.
Well, I mean, he did fight the Big Mom pirates and everything like that, so
Yeah.
He took out Snack, off-screened him even. So he might have another, he might meet up with the Big Mom pirates again. Who knows? But
maybe.
So
one
yeah,
thing,
it was kind of
one thing I did want to mention is that we see the they escape from the room, they bust out, and it's just this lone castle, but they said the room was designed to hold giants. So do you think that this was like some sort of prison? Because especially like in the area that they're in, it's all desolate and surrounded by giant wild animals.
Yeah, I think that's a good guess for that for sure. Mm-hmm. Especially since we kind of see Loki shortly thereafter.
Yeah. But yeah.
It was interesting to see Dorian Bragi's bounty. He's pretty high.
Yeah. That's inflation for you.
That's inflation, and it's more expensive than what, like King and Queens.
Mm-hmm.
Sheesh.
Yeah. I mean, we're at the point in the story where billion-berry bounties are getting doled out a lot.
Yeah. So that's kind of crazy. I don't know if they're that expensive, but like that's a good mark of pride on their part, though. That's for sure.
Yeah, but I mean, to be fair, they did like survive a Buster Call and aided a Yonko, so
yeah. And they're
that.
giants, and everybody values giants to be stronger for some reason, even though they usually get one shot in the story.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I thought that was kind of interesting. And then, obviously, we saw the fake news.
Mm-hmm.
We saw that whole thing where Straw Hat Pirates killed Vegapunk and all the rest, and you see Gear 5 Luffy
which
in
is
the picture.
We kind of guessed that they would be blamed for it.
And you think the government is probably very angry that they see the Gear 5 Luffy in the newspaper, too. Yeah. So, I thought that, all that was pretty interesting. And then they... and then once they kind of... we get down here more, and, they talk about Haruden and everything, but then they also talk about...
Like, wait, hold on. I think we skipped over a big thing. Which is which is the X on Luffy's arm. Because so I think a lot of people said like this was Vivi letting them know that she's with Morgans.
I see.
Yeah, because like it said like, oh, like it's blurry and everything, and that's why the original 6 are gone, because those were the ones with the X's on their arm.
Okay,
and they would have recognized it right away.
And, that's a great point, actually. Yeah.
And that's why, like, Robin said, "Oh, this seems familiar," because she was on the ship when they did that. She was hiding.
For sure.
But yeah, I mean, it's another thing for Vivi, like, if she's gonna meet up with them at all. But yeah, this is another connection bringing them together.
Straw Hat Vivi.
Exactly. But yeah, I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah. And
it made sense why the original 6 were gone.
Yeah, that's a good point, actually. Yeah, I like that. So that's cool. Yeah. More fake news going around. More fake news, but all for the right reasons, I guess. And then more of a discussion on Haruden, and we have Loki, the accursed, and everything like that. So we get more into his lore and things like that as well.
So one thing that when I was reading it, like, it seems like there's 2 different kings, because like it says Haruden is the son of a king, but then it says like Loki wanted to get a legendary devil fruit and killed his father, King Harald, which I think is a different king. So we see it in the next chapter, like there's different, or at the end of this chapter, that like Elbaf is tiered. So I'm wondering if like different tiers have different kings,
Right. Yeah.
So
that's an interesting possibility. Yeah, for sure. I have to think about that some more, but I think that's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So we get introduced to him, and the vibes are strong with this one.
Dude, this intro is so cool. I
love it.
Yeah, just the vibes you get from him, like he seems very dangerous.
Yeah, he does.
Mm-hmm.
I think already he looks cooler than Odin.
Mm-hmm.
That's just me. Love his design. I love the shot with Luffy finding him.
Mm-hmm.
And then we just get the shot of the Atom Tree.
Mm-hmm.
He says he wants to bring about the end of the world, so he seems like a cooler version than Kaido.
It's what Kaido was supposed to be.
Let's hope he has a better flashback. So,
I think.
So I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, I think he already has more personality than Kaido.
Oh, 100%, 100%. So I thought, like, I mean, I guess we should just move on to the next chapter to kind of further the discussion here. But
yeah, but one thing I will say is that when you see like the big splash screen of Elbaf, like you get the sword in the background. Like, how big is that sword?
Huge.
Because like
huge sword.
You see like the one castle they escaped from, like very tiny in the foreground, and then in the background is this big ass sword.
Yeah,
so
right.
I'm wondering.
That's a good point.
If that's gonna play into the story at all, or if it's gonna be just set dressing.
Like the big sword from Onigashima that was never used.
Yeah. But yeah, also, I did find it interesting. Like, he's saying that Loki's saying that he's the sun god. So
yeah,
I don't know if that's like delusions of grandeur or I don't know.
Well, didn't the weirdo pervert giant? What didn't he say he was a sun god too?
Yeah, but I could see him being more like LARPing type of thing, because he had like his own mini thing, like, oh, I was the one to
right,
like he's like the people he captured, he was ruling over them as their sun god.
Right. Yeah, also just another note just on Loki's appearance and all the rest. It's like he gives me a lot of Eustace kid vibes.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Just personality wise, like he kind of has like the rock and roll punk look a little bit, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And just like the I want to destroy everything, destruction. He had the chains.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It just gives me similar vibes. I'm not saying it's a fit perfect, but I just think it's kind of like if you were to make him smaller and put him on his crew, I could see him being like a great crew member for Kid. Yeah, for some people it may seem like I'm insulting. I'm not, because I like Kid, but I just those were just some vibes I got from that too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can kind of see that. But one thing that really stood out to me with his design is that he's blindfolded. So I'm wondering if there's something to do with like his eyes or anything, because we see him chained up, and he specifically mentions that it's sea prism stone, so he can't escape. So
yes,
if that's the case, then he probably has that legendary devil fruit that he killed his father for. So it'll be interesting to see what that is. And also when he's introduced, it says like special government bounty. So it's like, is that what's special about his bounty,
Maybe it was like kind of a private, I don't know. One theory I could think of is they're trying to give him the world government as a vice admiral, like they did the other giants and everything as a young kid.
Mm-hmm.
But he got away, and only Cypherpool knew about it, and Cypherpool were like the main ones that were, taking these kids and things like that too. So
maybe
I think that kind of a possibility right there.
I don't know. Maybe they would do that, but I mean, he is a prince, so
yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, I did find it interesting. Oh, you go ahead.
No, I just think it's interesting how he was gonna marry Lola at one point.
Was it Lola or was it? I thought it was.
It was Lola.
Okay, I thought it was Big Mom. But no,
No. He was supposed.
Yeah, I remember that it was Lola.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't even want to think about how that would work, but
Well, also look at the silhouette of Loki if you can.
Oh yeah,
with Lola.
Yeah, I think I used that as a thumbnail for one of them. But yeah,
isn't that crazy how different he looks? It's like Kaido silhouette too.
Yeah, exactly. It's kind of like a Kaido situation where his initial one silhouette was kind of derpy, and
yeah.
But yeah, this one, I don't know. I really like his design.
Yeah, I'm curious to see how strong he is. He's gonna probably be like an Odin-esque level power character, if I had to guess. You know, that's just kind of my prediction with the whole thing.
Yeah.
So, maybe a little stronger. If we'll see. It's kind of hard to power skill at this point of the game. It was interesting.
You can kind of do it, but go ahead.
Well, yeah, I mean he's half the power of Akainu. But I think like it is like really interesting how he's offering to destroy anything for Luffy. Luffy's like, whatever, man, whatever. And then all these animals pull up and talk about good aura. Luffy shows insane aura right here by like just taming them immediately. I think, and even Loki's shocked by it, and I think it just makes Luffy look incredibly badass at these moments. And for me, I miss seeing him just in his base form without Gear 5, where he could show these moments of badass, and also showing actual anger in Gear 4 that we don't see in Gear 5, Yeah.
Yeah, and this is how you can power scale Loki, because he, even in Sea Stone Cuffs, he dodged a Gear 4 attack.
Yeah.
Even Doflamingo couldn't do that.
No.
But,
so... really cool though. I like the scene a lot, their interactions, and maybe he'll free Loki to get information about Shanks.
Yeah. So, do you think that this is the point where Luffy's gonna meet back up with Shanks?
I think we're pointing to it in a lot of directions.
Yeah. I think so too.
I think he has a higher chance of running into Kid first, and hearing about everything from Kid about what happened. There might be a chance Kid's in that freaking prison for all we know.
Well, I was thinking like, because this is I think Loki described like this section as the underworld, like where the sun doesn't shine and everything. And it's like at the very bottom level of Elbaf, and I would think like to survive, like if Kid made it out of the water, this would be the layer that he was at. So he could potentially be like, there could be a reveal like he has some of these cloaks, like him and his crew.
Yeah, and it's another training montage in a way to get out of his prison, like kind of the Udon prison from Wano.
Yeah. But yeah, I do kind of like the callback to the very first chapter where Loki calls Shanks a coward, and Luffy goes and attacks him. It's kind of like when Luffy went and attacked what was it, Higuma, the bear, in the very first chapter. Like he doesn't like people bad mouthing Shanks.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and I like right after that, like Loki shows that he's not a good person. He's like, the second I get these chains off, I'm gonna kill him.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I think that's pretty cool. So I like his character. I hope he kind of sticks to that. Got a heartless leg and everything. And it was kind of funny. Yeah, so like when we do see the Straw Hats and they're fleeing from the weirdo giant again, and we get to come back to Haruden and an explanation of his crew. Just kind of like a quick recap on everything from Dressrosa.
Yeah.
On and everything. So I thought that all the stuff was pretty interesting. And then I think one of the core parts was Robin cutting her hair too. I thought that was really nice in a sentimental way,
Yeah. It's like, I think it's because she wanted to be recognized by Saul, like immediately. And I kind of like her better this way.
Agreed. Yeah.
I think people were making fun of her forehead before. Like she had a giant forehead without the bangs. But
I think it's great. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think it was like right at the end of Egghead where she was like she was like hugging Chopper and so excited to see Saul, and yeah, it's nice to see Robin so happy after everything, because she gets to see her very first friend.
But he's fallen and he cannot get up.
Yeah, that's a interesting cliffhanger, because it's kind of understated too, because it's like not that big in the paneling.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure.
But I wonder what it is, if he's if there's any like after effects from the ice or what, because like
for sure.
When Robin was frozen, like they had to take into account like frostbite and everything, and Saul being frozen for so long. I wonder if there's any adverse side effects. But
right,
I there has to be a meetup between them, but it'll be interesting.
It might not be the best meetup. It might be a little bittersweet.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't want that. I want everything to be nice. But there's no.
Yeah, it makes me think also that he's gonna find out like what happens with Huzan potentially, that hitting the news and hitting them, where his buddy is now becoming a monster. You know,
maybe. Yeah.
I think that could be an interesting plot point right there.
Yeah, because I mean, I don't think even Robin really knows about it, because she has a complicated history with him as well.
Yeah, and you know, just seeing how Saul reacted to the world government and how he kind of remained a good person, and then Huzan became a monster, from what we can tell. You know.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm excited. But I think we actually got an emergency announcement. I don't think even you know about this. There's a sudden 2-week break for the chapters. They didn't say what it was, but we have to wait till the beginning of December for the new chapters.
Oh wow. Yeah, so let's just hope it is okay. Yeah. I think I may have heard something about that. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but yeah, I hope he's doing okay too. Because yeah, this came back from like a 3-week break, and then there's one chapter, and then yeah.
For sure.
But
yeah, so
yeah, I'm wondering. I think so. The last thing I want to touch on is: do you think that Luffy's gonna release Loki?
Yeah, probably.
For information on Shanks, or do you think that he's ready? Like at this point, do you think that he'll like acknowledge that he's ready to meet him?
Yeah, I think so. I think he's at that point. I mean, didn't Shanks say he's ready to meet him?
Maybe. I'm trying to.
Because after Big Mom, he said he wasn't ready. And now he's at that level, I think. You know.
Yeah. But yeah, it's setting up Shanks, Loki, Saul, like all these important things for the upcoming arc. I think it's going to be. I mean, I kind of said this about Egghead, but I kind of see this as a I think there's going to be more information than battles in this. I think it's going to be more evenly distributed than we think, you know?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Egghead was a little bit more battle heavy.
Yeah, than we thought. We thought it was going to be an easy, like, in between arc, but no.
No.
But yeah, good chapters. Hope Oda's okay. And yeah.
For sure. 100% agree. So please like and subscribe if you are not. Leave a comment below. Give your thoughts on the chapters and our commentary, any theories. So, and we'll see you guys soon. Peace.
See ya.